Bara, the miracle mouse. Timothy Mouse lived with his mother, Grace, and grandfather in the cozy, dusty attic of the old stone church on the corner. From their tiny home, they could hear the beautiful hymns that floated up through the floorboards every Sunday. His father was gone, a story whispered in hushed tones, so his mother was very keen on Timothy being a good, respectable mouse. "Read your Bible, Timothy," she would squeak, pushing the miniature book towards him, "and pay attention during the sermon. We may be small, but we must be mighty in spirit." Timothy tried his best. He loved the stories of David and his slingshot and Noah and his grand ark. But one afternoon, while reading a chapter his mother had assigned, his whiskers drooped and a little gray tear rolled down his furry cheek. His grandpa, a wise old mouse with fur the color of silver and a tail that had seen many seasons, noticed at once. He shuffled over and sat beside Timothy, placing a comforting paw on his grandson's trembling shoulder. "What troubles you, little one?" Grandpa asked, his voice a gentle, crackling whisper. "Grandpa," Timothy sniffled, pointing a tiny claw at a verse in the book. "It says that mice are unclean, that we're not good enough. Why would God make us if he thinks we're unclean?" Grandpa's eyes twinkled. He looked out the small, round attic window at the world below. "Ah," he sighed, "you have stumbled upon the great mouse mystery. Timothy, that book was written for men, so it tells their side of the story. It doesn't tell our story. The most important stories are the ones passed down from mouse to mouse." Timothy wiped his eyes, curious. "Our story? Indeed," said Grandpa. "Have you ever heard the tale of the woman who was healed by touching Jesus' robe?" Timothy nodded. The pastor talked about it. He said the robe was full of magic and power. Grandpa chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "Not magic, my dear boy. A mouse, the greatest of us all. His name was Bara, and he lived in the pocket of Jesus' robe." Timothy's eyes went wide. "In his pocket? Right there," Grandpa confirmed. Jesus knew Bara was special. Bara was a miracle mouse. He was filled with a warm, glowing light of healing. Now this sick woman had heard of Jesus, and she fought through the crowds just to get close. She was very weak, but she managed to reach out and touch the very edge of Jesus' robe. The men who wrote the Bible said that Jesus felt power go out of him, but he wasn't talking about himself, Timothy. He was talking about Bara. At that very moment, Bara, feeling the woman's sadness and pain, leaped from Jesus' robe and onto her shoulder. He scurried in a little circle, pouring all his warmth and light into her. Instantly, she was healed. Bara then jumped right back into the safety of the robe, his little heart thumping with joy. Timothy was speechless, his sadness completely forgotten. "So, Jesus knew he had a mouse friend? His best friend," Grandpa said softly. "Bara was there for everything. When Jesus fed the 5,000, who do you think gathered up the crumbs under the baskets so nothing was wasted? It was Bara and his cousins. And when Jesus was a boy, learning to be a carpenter, who nibbled the wood into just the right shape when he was having trouble?" Grandpa leaned in closer, his voice full of wonder. "The Bible tells the big stories, the human-sized ones. But our stories, the mouse stories, are whispered in the walls and under the floorboards. They are stories of quiet courage, of helping without needing to be seen. Being a mouse isn't something to be ashamed of, Timothy. It means you have a special kind of strength, a secret importance that the big world might not ever see, but is very, very real." Timothy looked down at his own small paws. He didn't feel unclean anymore. He felt special. He felt like a descendant of Bara, the miracle mouse. "Tell me another one, Grandpa," Timothy squeaked, his voice full of a newfound pride. "Tell me all the stories." And as the afternoon sun streamed through the attic window, Grandpa did just that, filling Timothy's heart not with the words of men, but with the secret heroic history of mice.